Hey, Bam here, and I love tech, so let's go ahead and talk some tech. Yesterday, apparently, Verizon decided to go ahead and reveal their unlimited data package at, I believe it was 80 bucks a month, 75 bucks a month, somewhere around there like that. Of course, that's before tax and fees and everything like that. And whenever I dug a little deeper into it, it's like 20 gigs. It's like 20, 22 gigs somewhere in there, and after that they might throttle you down to 3G speeds. So it technically, no pun intended. Yeah. So technically it's unlimited, but they might still throttle you is the thing. So, and this is coming from a company who apparently, and as everyone knows, has always said that no one needs really unlimited data except for the small percentage of power users. And to that, I have to agree. I completely agree with that. There's probably a certain percentage of people out there that there's probably a certain small percentage of people out there that are not around Wi-Fi hotspots all the time, but those type of people, I mean, yeah, I can see where it would be good for them, but for the most part, most everyone is going to be in some sort of a Wi-Fi hotspot, considering how readily available they are. Whether, you might be working a desk job or somewhere in an office, or if you are a part-time employee that works at your local grocery store. And most likely they're going to have Wi-Fi hotspots. If you work at a cafe, if you work at even an entertainment venue, most places have Wi-Fi hotspots. And of course, if you work from home, most likely you've got a Wi-Fi hotspot. So I'm not really sure why they're doing this, because of the fact that Wi-Fi is so readily available. And it's been proven to, most of the time, be more reliable, faster, and stronger than 3 or 4G LTE data. So I'm not really sure why they're doing this, but I mean, if you decided that you wanted to go ahead and hop on, and okay, fine, cool. So, covered that, and I guess the next point of topic that I wanted to cover, wanted to kind of go back to a previous topic that I had already covered the other day, was about portless smartphones. iPhone is basically the closest one there. And I say that because of the fact that actually, no, not iPhone. It's actually Moto Z-Force, with the fact that they were actually the first ones to do away with the 3.5mm headphone jack. And to that I say yay, definitely. And then of course you got Apple that's up next for it, that did it next, and so on and so forth. There's a few, apparently Samsung, I guess, also is taking away their headphone jack, or is actually keeping their headphone jack rather. Sorry for that. But they're keeping their headphone jack. Why? That just causes massive confusion with third-party manufacturers and developers and everything like that. Everybody like that. That, now they have to appeal to. They still have to appeal to 3.5mm, as well as Bluetooth, and on top of that, Lightning. And on top of that, USB Type-C, which, as far as I'm concerned, just USB Type-C everything. It's going to be so much more powerful that you're going to be able to do so much more with it than just transferring data faster. You'll also be able to use it for, screen, if you wanted to plug in multiple screens to a single CPU computer or laptop. You would be able to, just USB Type-C everything. Anything and everything that would ever require a cord, Just make it USB Type-C. You're good to go. You're universal. And it's going to be that much faster. That much speed and that much more power translates into being able to use it for more things. That's why it is that we're wanting to do this. Now, on the other hand, I also know that Android is probably the main one that is pushing USB Type-C so much with their smartphones. And I know I've said in the past to make smartphones portless, just, solid, well, not necessarily solid, because some of us, like myself, still like to tinker with it, and make them modular. I mean, we've already got desktops that are modular, and you can buy parts for it, upgrade, and just buy one and just keep on growing and growing and growing. Something goes bad, replace it. It's not that hard of a concept to follow. Cars do it, and everybody's still buying new cars, brand new cars, as a matter of fact. So I don't fully understand why it is that smartphones haven't gotten there yet, except for maybe that the technology just simply isn't there yet. I can understand that to a certain extent. But for people, I've had so many people tell me that, oh, well, they can't do that because they'll never sell another smartphone again. Yes, they will. And even if they don't, smartphones themselves may not be a priority if you're able to just buy parts for it, but then the manufacturers have to shift their primary focus from just simply outright making whole new smartphones and making the modulars that go with it, whether it's, the RAM, the CPU, the camera, headphone, or rather earpiece, the screen, everything like that, the internal storage, the external storage space, everything like that. We can already take out the battery and expand our storage. So, except for the technology maybe not being there yet, which I'm guessing is the primary reason why it doesn't go that way, I'm not really sure what consumers' problem is at all, in all honesty. So, that's the main two things I wanted to address, is that is for smartphones to be modular and portless at the same time. Yes, can be done. Not a contradiction on itself. It is not a contradiction on itself. And I wanted to also go back to portless smartphones and give an example of that, being that for something like waterproof or water-resistant smartphones, you can't really have waterproof or water-resistant smartphones and have them have holes/ports in them. That almost makes no sense. That is actually causing manufacturers to double their efforts, triple their efforts into something that, in all honesty, we've got wireless charging, we've got Bluetooth audio. I don't see the need for ports. Take away the ports. So doing that is essentially the same as wearing a bulletproof vest. Yeah, sure, some parts are going to be waterproof. Just like whenever you put on a bulletproof vest, your torso is going to be bulletproof. You will not die from being shot in the chest with a bulletproof vest on. For most bullets. However, if someone shoots you in the head, you're dead. If you get a part of a smartphone that is supposed to be water resistant, wet, you can pretty much kiss your smartphone goodbye unless you're able to immediately put it in rice. And as far as I know, that's the only possibility. So I'm not really sure why it is that why the technology just simply hasn't gotten there yet, why it is that manufacturers are not just doing away with ports, because all I can see are positives to it. So that's it. If you like this video, like it. If you wanted to counter me on something or just wanted to say how good of a job I did, then leave a comment down below. If you didn't like any of my ideas, go ahead and sign off. and I am going to be looking into creating a Patreon for my vlog YouTube channel in the near future, because I would absolutely love to get my computer back up and going and to get it upgraded. See there, my computer's modular, so why not smartphones? But I want to go ahead and get my computer upgraded so that way I can do some better animations for my videos, because I miss editing. I love editing. I miss it. I want to do the absolute best editing job that I can for any and all videos that I make. So, once I get that up and going, I will put a link to my Patreon in the description. And that is all. So, see ya.